Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I am so excited to be here with you because it is Friday, our time to go live and talk about the business of the business. I am Consuela Hopkins, and that means I'm your good money multiplier, here to help you make sure you strive in your business. So good money, good money, good money. Let's get started. Again, so today's tip, the business of the business, we're going to be talking about the 3 must-haves of hiring, right? So welcome back. Again, I am Consuela Hopkins, and I help real estate professionals increase revenue, lower your liability for taxes, any tax liability, and acquire financing with business strategies and financial coaching. I'm the one you want to come to for any of those needs to help you grow. And I say that because I do have a desire to see you grow. I want to help businesses be successful, and so what we decided to do for the month of September, I will be introducing a series called The Business of the Business. Now, every Friday this month at 3 p.m., I will be going live with tips and strategies on how to grow your business. As a business owner, as a manager, or even a leader, right? We want to make sure that you're thriving in what it is that you're trying to accomplish in life. Now, I have over 25 years of experience building teams and managing and leading staff. And this is where, I come as a place to be able to talk to you from. Because I know what I'm doing here, right? To be able to grow successful businesses. So, little housekeeping tips. If you are here catching a replay or live, thank you for showing up first and foremost. I appreciate you showing up. But please let me know that you're here. Leave your name and your number. Your name and your number. That's what I say on my voicemail. I say that all the time. Please leave your name and where you're from, right? And also any questions or comments you may have. Because I want to make sure that I'm being thorough with you, right? And any questions, anything that you need, anything you're not too sure of, leave a comment and we'll make sure that we will address those or even make it a part of maybe a live to give you understanding, because it's all about that, right? So listen, so you are growing and it's time to move, right, from this one woman or one man show. And it's time for you to make sure you hire employees. It's a must. Because if you're doing everything yourself, then you're just self-employed. You literally employed yourself, right? So you're an employer of yourself like you were an employer for someone else. So we know that's not effective. But the best thing you want to do, right, is hire employees. Hiring is the right talent for your open positions can be overwhelming. I understand that, right? Like, you really have to think through some things. But what I did was really chopped it all down for you. We really made it into your 3 tips. That's all you have to do. 3 must-have to do when you hire. All right? So let's get into it. What do you need to do when you're hiring new employees? First and foremost, you want to make sure you have a job description. One, right? That's what you want to do. Now, what does that look like? And what does that mean? Really think through what it is that you want this individual to do, or what it is that you don't want to do. How about that? What I look at it is, what do I not want to do? And those are the things you want to make sure that you hire other people to do. And put it in a job description, right? Create a job description so it's clear. It gives a written documentation of the job duties, the qualifications you're looking for, so it's clear, right? It would also include the responsibilities of the job. What kind of education experience or requirements are you looking for? Right? What physically will people need to do in their job? These are the things you want to make sure that you're putting in your job description when you go to hire, right? So make sure you have a job description and just brainstorm it first and foremost. Put it all out, what you have, or even sometimes it's okay to maybe look at what other people are doing and what they're hiring for that type of position you're looking for, and put it in writing, right? Second, you want to make sure you're setting expectations. As are these sales quotas they're going to have to meet every month, weekly, right? What is this position calling for, right? What are the expectations for even the hours on this job? What's the dress code? You want to clarify and be clear about what it is that you expect and the best way to avoid miscommunication, because you never want to hire someone and then there's just a misunderstanding. So when you put it in writing, there you are. When it's in writing, it really helps everything go smooth and you understand, and as well as your employees understand, so there's no miscommunication or misunderstanding at all. So that's number 2. 3, which a lot of people miss, and this is why I wanted to make sure I put this in our tips today, is simply give feedback. Once you hire this employee, it's extremely important that you give them feedback early in their employment. Now, I knew a couple managers I would work for, and they just were not good at this, right? At all, the communication piece. So this is why I know now that you do want to make sure you're communicating with your team. Let them know how you're feeling. Let them know if there's something they're doing right. That's a great thing to let them know. And if they're doing something not in the way that you listed out in your job description or your SOPs, and we'll talk about that another day, then it's a good time to communicate early. This allows the employees to feel like there's time for improvement and to fix the problem before it gets to be this big, enormous situation. When you give feedback, provide positive feedback, right, as well. It's so important that you phrase it because you want to give critical, I always like critical, positive criticism, I should say. Feedback is amazing. But just do it positive in a positive way, but be direct, right? Let them know exactly what it is that they need to improve on or continue to do correctly, but make sure that it's clear and that you give that feedback, right? So these are just the 3 tips. 3 tips you want to make sure you're giving when you're hiring employees. And this is the business of the business. If you are a true business owner, you want to make sure that you are running like the CEO and that you have employees that's helping you to do so. So again, the 3 tips are: have a job description and be clear what it is that you want and what you expect. It'll help for you and your employee or your teammate as you start growing and as they're growing in your company. 2, set the expectations. What do you expect and what do you don't expect? What goals are you setting for them, right? How should they come to work? What time do they come to work? And 3, give feedback. I believe positive feedback, as well as if there's something they need to do to improve upon, you need to sit down and have those conversations too, early and often. I know sometimes it's like, how do I have time to also give feedback with everything else I have going on? But it's important because having a good team and investing your time in your team is just as important in whatever it is that you're building, whatever it is that you're doing, rather it's real estate, rather you're building, whether you're selling, whatever it is as a CEO. Trust and believe when your team is happy, there is more money to be made. I'm telling you, trust and believe that. So those are the things I wanted to make sure that you knew and you understood when we're talking about the business of the business. So we will be coming back again next Friday for more of the business of the business. If this resonated to you, if this makes sense, leave that in the comments for me. Let me know if there's anything we can improve on. I would like to know that as well. Now, one of the things too, I come in, I give you tips, and I get going because just like you, we got a lot of things going on. We got a lot of beautiful things happening. And I don't want to waste your time, but I want to make sure I give you value. I want to make sure I'm giving you something that's going to resonate and truly help you as you grow your dynamic empower, right? So make sure you look at those things. I will also be again every Friday at 3 o'clock. Make sure you sign up for our weekly newsletters and weekly tips. We're getting a lot of people that's joining in this community. We're going to be doing some phenomenal things with that. So if you have not, make sure you go to mygoodmoneytips.com. MyGoodmoney tips, TIPS.com. And there you get additional tips and strategies as well that we don't necessarily have time to go through on the live. So I'll see you next week for the business of the business. And as I always say, good money, good money, good money. Let's make that good money. And let me show you also how to multiply it. You be blessed.